This video is about electric potential and potential difference. In my previous video, I told you about the concept of electric charge and about conductors and insulators. You might also have heard that electric charges can flow easily in electric conductors. Now question here is that what makes electric charge flow in a conductor? For explaining the flow of electric charge in a conductor, let us first talk about electric potential. Now for explaining electric potential concept, I will use the analogy of gravitational potential energy, and I think most of you should be familiar with this term as it is being taught in class 9. Now, when an object is held at a certain height above the surface of Earth, it is said to have gravitational potential energy. Again, we know that gravitational force is a force of attraction between Earth and the weighted bodies. So a heavy body tends to move under the force of attraction of Earth from a point of greater height, say h2, to one of lesser height, say h1. Here we can say that points in the Earth's gravitational field have potential values depending on their height. Now electric potential is analogous to gravitational potential. But here in this case, we think about points in a region where you could obtain an electric force. So like we have different gravitational potentials for objects at different height. We have different electric potential at different points in electric field depending on the distance of that particular point from charge under consideration. Let us now discuss the above point in detail. For this, let us consider a small positive test charge placed in the electric field due to another charge, as can be seen in this figure. Here I would like to point out that electric field is nothing but a simple type of electromagnetic field produced by electric charge even when it is not moving. Now this electric field produces a force on other nearby charges. So again from this figure we can see that charge Q has produced some electric field, and in this field the nearby test charge Q placed at any point P experiences a force. Since both these charges Q and Q are positive, they both experiences a repulsive force. So if you want to move this charge Q from point P to R, then work has to be done on the positive test charge Q to move it against the force of repulsion. Now the electric potential at any point is defined as the work done in bringing unit positive charge from infinity to that point. Now electric potential is denoted by symbol V and unit of electric potential is volt. The potential of 1 volt at a point means that 1 joule of work is to be done in bringing unit positive charge from infinity to that point. So 1 volt is equals to 1 joules upon 1 coulomb. Now again consider this figure where a charge Q is placed at a point P. Now this charge Q at point P experiences a force exerted by the group of charges. Now you want to move this charge from point P to point R, and in doing so the work has to be done. This quantity W upon Q is called potential difference between points P and R. So here we can define potential difference between two points P and R as the work done per unit charge and taking charge from P to R. Mathematically we have V is equals to VR minus VP is equals to W by Q. Here V is the potential difference between points P and R, and VP and VR are potentials at these points. Unit of potential difference is volt, whose symbol is V. The potential difference between 2 points is sometimes also called voltage. Now electric charges moves in a conductor only if there is the potential difference along the conductor. This potential difference across the conductor may be produced by a cell or a battery. We will talk about this in detail in another lesson. So now you know about the concept of electric potential and potential difference. We also learned about what triggers electric charge to move in a conductor. Now for more notes and study material on this chapter electricity, please visit our website physicscatalyst.com.